Hi, welcome to 151 Gaming. If you're new, welcome. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome back. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you how I built this little railroad car complex for these people on the beach. Preston Garvey gave me a quest to help these people and I did it. And at least it wasn't raining. So these people decided to join the Minutemen, which is nice because I'm aiming for a Minutemen ending in my game. But this is the nighttime tour of it, and it's also the first time that I've used these railroad cars for a structure. And I was really happy with the way it turned out. I will be replicating this somewhere else, and maybe even make it bigger. I do have to come back and do all the little junk decorating and all the details like that to make it look lived in. But I will also show you in real time in this video if you're interested. I will leave timestamps down below of how I built this and exactly how long it took. I usually will willy-nilly my builds, not really plan them out, but this one I actually put some thought into it because I want it to be functional for somebody with a nice flow to it, and I think I pretty much achieved it. You will also see a daytime tour at the very end of the video, so wait for that. And let's get to it. Alright, so here's the real-time build, and this is also the first time I've used these railroad cars. Now I picked the longest railroad car in the menu option to use for this build. Now I'm just trying to figure out where to place it. I figured this place was as good as any because it's the flattest. There's really not a whole lot of options. It's either a whole lot of debris or a lot of cars or a lot of hills. And this was by far the best option that I found to put this. I was really pleasantly surprised on how well they connected. Because usually, you know, train cars are just chain linked together. You know, because they're meant to be in a straight line, not rigged like this in all reality. But game logic doesn't make sense, so it works. Now these little end cap things that I'm doing, the little box cars, the happies, all of those ended up being bedrooms, and one of them ended up being a kitchen. But I knew I just didn't want to put like a wall right there because I could utilize those and make the structure just that more roomy. Because I wanted a flow. I actually planned this one out a little bit as far as how I wanted the furniture arranged, not so much the layout of the buildings themselves. That just happened, you know, just because of the layout of the land and the way that they were snapping together. But as far as the furniture placement, I actually thought about how I wanted to put that in here because you only have so much room to work with on any prefab, you know, structure. And here we're putting on the doors, and I almost put blue doors on there. I think when I do this again for my second railroad car build, I will probably do like the mix and match colors. Just to, you know, have some fun with it. So I'm just walking through to see if I like the layout. If I wanted to rearrange anything really quick before I started adding the furniture, and I was pretty happy with it. So we're going to open up the menu and put a bed. So I went with the smallest bed in the menu that wasn't a sleeping bag or a mattress on the floor because I wanted to maximize the little space as much as possible. And I was going to put the bed there. And then I went back over here and decided, I wonder if that would make a better bedroom. So we took the bed and put it over here. And it seemed to work out pretty good. So I did that one for there. And where the kitchen is now, I was going to put that as a bedroom, but I didn't like that idea, so I went over to the next little indent and put it in there. And that worked out pretty well. So next up is rugs. And this is my go-to rug. I love this rug. You're going to see it in every single one of my builds. I just love it because it works well in so many spaces because I don't like a large area. And that rug covers enough of the floor to make it work. So I'm really happy with it. Now we're trying to come up with a way to utilize a dresser. Now I'm going to put this big old behemoth in here, but man, look how much room it takes. Even that thing. And that's usually what I go with. Or those metal ones. And I was thinking about putting a foot locker in there and a steam trunk and the little wooden crate thing in there. You're going to see that. And it's just, nothing was clicking. I was thinking about that one there. And I found this one and I like this one a lot better because it's not huge. Even sideways you still get quite a bit more room, but when I place it this way you get the maximum room, and that's what I was looking for. So when you build things, you have to remember, if you're a character, if you walk around the place, if you get stuck anywhere, that means your NPCs that you're building it for is going to get stuck. So I wanted to make it to where it was impossible for them to get stuck. So coming back out, reviewing the floor plan, like, okay, I like that, and was trying to figure out what to put in here, so I just ended up throwing a couch and a coffee table in this area. And this is one of my go-to couches. There's only a few couches that I like, and I really like this one. I like the old red one and the fancy sofa and the new red couch that are in there. I use those a lot. I'm trying to figure out that one. While I was in the middle of trying to figure this out, I might as well put a kitchen in, so that's what we did. Put a kitchen in here. And I'm so glad the stove is so tiny. Because look at all that room. I can put metal cabinets in there and you're still going to be able to walk around. Now my original plan for this little cubby hole was to put a picnic table in here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because look how big the picnic table is and look how tight that space was. And I was not going to put them outside. And then I forgot about the diner seating. So I had to think about what I was going to put in there. So I'm still thinking about what to put in that little dining area. So while I was thinking about that, I switched around the couch and put the coffee table in here. I have no idea what I was going to do with that spot yet. And then I remembered the diner seating. And that worked out really well. It fit the space perfect. I was happy with that. Still trying to figure out what the heck to do with that. I ended up putting a Minuteman flag up on the wall later on. Over here, what am I doing? over here I discovered that you can put those as walls, kinda. So I figured, I wonder if I can turn it into a bathroom. Because I wanted to have like an indoor bathroom for these people. I was gonna try and make that work. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what, we'll just go ahead and put the outhouse right here. Now, I started doing this recently in some of my builds, and you're gonna see those in future videos, but I would make one of the outhouses with the silver toilet and the silver sink. That's also in the DLCs, I believe. And then I would take that same outhouse with nothing in it, and I would make that as the shower. So there's your bathroom. Now, since that's not a bathroom option, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. So I ended up putting the Minutemen flag up here because they agreed to join the Minutemen. I was gonna put it there, but it just wasn't working, and I didn't like it there. Now we're just gonna put a whole bunch of pictures up. I think the decorating part of this is probably not my strong suit. I do try. Lord knows I try. But I don't like it like super messy when I do my decorating, because when I come in here and do the junk stuff, it's gonna look lived in, but it's not gonna look trashy. Is what I'm getting at. So here we're gonna go ahead and finish off the kitchen with the furniture. Now we're gonna put the upper cabinets and then the lower cabinets. And the coolers for the dining area. So I put a total of 4 coolers. I'm so glad they stack. That is so nice to have stackable coolers. Stay down. Stay down. Oh, big yawn. Hi, puppy. No, 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 no. Don't jump. Don't jump. No, 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 no. Oh, get off my chair. Thank you. Alright, look how functional that kitchen is. I was really happy that was, I was excited about the kitchen. I could live in that kitchen. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put all the doors on for the bedroom. That would be something different for these people. Now they all have like a private space for them to go escape to and go sleep and to shut out the world, you know. I could always add a door to the kitchen if they just didn't want to see the kitchen, but I don't think that's gonna be an option. I don't think that makes any sense to close off the kitchen. And here we're gonna go ahead and add another couch. I chose the old red one for this. Now I thought it was back against the wall, and this is where perception kind of plays in. I'm like, okay, well that's really close to the wall. How come this one is like so much further? Until I get closer, and there's like a 3-foot gap right there. Let's throw a coffee table in. Bless you. No, you stay off my chair. You for you to jump up. You're good. Sorry, talking to my dogs. I just can't get into the modern art. That's why you're not going to see a whole lot of it in the settlement builds. I just don't like them. I mean, I've seen some settlement builds and they just look amazing. But for me, it's just not my thing. We're just gonna go ahead and do some light decorating. Put the desk in that area. And then at the end of the video, well, before the very end of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a daytime tour. Unfortunately, the daytime tour ended up being a RADSTORM tour. So here I'm going to go ahead and do all the electrical stuff. Putting in the generator, putting in all the connectors, and putting in all the lights. So I will bring you back with the commentary a little bit later. So I find it easier to go ahead and just add the generator, the pylon, the connectors. First run all the lines and then just throw in the lights. So I picked those lights because I felt it just worked with the railroad cars a lot better. I'm not being too picky on how my lights are set. I did try to get that one even, but obviously it wasn't. I evened those up as much as I could. The rest of them I just kind of threw up there just to make sure I had light and at least adequate lighting in the area. So you're going to see that they're not exactly even by any means whatsoever. I just wanted them to work. So I figured these little cubbies were going to get the most lighting needed because it is a small dark area. So we're going to add the lighting here, throw up a picture. And once we get all my lighting set the way I want it, I didn't put any in the bedroom just yet. I add those later. But once we get the picture up, we're going to go out and connect the wires to the generator and see what lights work and what ones don't. And go from there as far as getting everything lit. So I'm looking at my wiring. I'm thinking, okay, well, we shouldn't have a problem. And I should be able to run it from that one pylon in the back to the generator and be okay. Yeah, that didn't happen. Because that little thing right there prevents it. So then I figured, well, I can go ahead and run it from there to there. And that little thing on top of the train cars prevents that from happening. So I couldn't do it. So I ended up adding some more connectors to it. Those. And try hooking it up so it didn't turn red, so I think we'll be okay. Now everything's lit up, we got power. Going back in just to see exactly how much it's lit up. The kitchen's lit up, but my dining room is not. That back half area isn't, but that one is, so I have an incomplete circuit somewhere. Oh, time to add some more connectors. I think I ended up moving the outhouse out of the way so I can use those. Or not. Okay, we got that lit up. But not that one. And we got the dining area lit up. I have another incomplete circuit somewhere. So at this point I'm just like, well, I'll go ahead and just throw a desk in here and call it good. That's what I did. I turned it into a little office area. So I put a nice little desk that you see in the castle and went back and gave him a little red roll around office chair. Hey, at least it's padded. So creature comforts are important. Running around to the back to find out why we don't have a complete circuit over here, and I figured because I don't have a connector on the other corner of this boxcar. So I just go ahead and store that wire. Doesn't really matter, because you're going to end up using it right away anyway. So I moved it from there to there, bring one over to the next one, and just for good measure, I put 1 or 2 here, as I pressed the wrong button and jump instead. And just run it off the pylon, because it was just easier. Run back inside, check it again. The bedrooms still don't have any lights at this point. I did add those later. I thought I had a campfire up here, so I was going to put one in there. I ended up just doing burn barrels instead. Because I think I needed to just take a break from the electricity part of it, of the build. And I was getting a little bit frustrated, so I had to step away from it. So I moved on to something else really quick. But burn barrels are great, because in real life, the smoke from the burn barrels will keep bugs away from you. So you're going to see me place a lot of them. Just run around, just placing burn barrels everywhere. Just real quick, this is the daytime tour. I'm gonna not do commentary during this tour, but a RADSTORM ended up happening in the middle of it. But here's the daytime tour. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I do have some more future builds in the works for you. And as soon as I get those done, I will get those posted. See you next time. Bye.